It is a well established observable fact that when a charged particle with some velocity v is thrown exactly perpendicular to a uniform and constant magnetic field, the charged particle starts moving in a circular path as shown in figure. In this figure, this blue colored circular path is the path of motion of the charged particle when its velocity is exactly perpendicular to the magnetic field. On the other hand, if the velocity and magnetic field make an arbitrary angle with each other, the particle traces out a helix and moves in a spiral path as shown in this figure. In this figure, this red colored spring like structure is the trajectory of motion of the charged particle when velocity and magnetic field make an arbitrary angle with each other. In this case, the velocity has two components. One is perpendicular to the magnetic field and the other one is parallel to the magnetic field. The perpendicular component forces the charged particle to move on a circular path, while the parallel component makes the charged particle to move parallel to the magnetic field or along the magnetic field lines. The particle thus experiences two motions, perpendicular to the magnetic field and parallel to the magnetic field. The net effect of these two motions is the helical path. It is important to note that the magnetic force acts perpendicular to the velocity of the charged particle, regardless of its motion. Whether the charged particle moves in a circular path or it is tracing out a helical trajectory, the magnetic force always acts perpendicular to the velocity of the charged particle. Therefore, we can write that the dot product of force and velocity is equal to 0 as shown in equation 1, because we know that the dot product of two perpendicular vector is equal to 0. And we also know that the dot product of force and velocity is equal to power as shown in equation 2, where P is the power and power is the rate of change of energy. Therefore, we conclude that power is equal to 0 and hence the energy of the charged particle remains constant. It remains unchanged. As the energy is due to the motion of the charged particle, therefore we call it kinetic energy, and we say that the kinetic energy of the charged particle moving in a uniform and constant magnetic field remains constant, and therefore the speed of motion of the charged particle also remains unchanged. The aim of the present tutorial is to prove analytically using the equation of motion that the kinetic energy of the charged particle moving in a uniform and constant magnetic field remains unchanged and its speed of motion also remains constant. To prove analytically that kinetic energy of the charged particle remains constant, we consider the force experienced by the charged particle as shown in equation 1. In equation 1, F represents the magnetic force vector. It is measured in Newton. Q is the charge of the charged particle. We measure it in coulombs, and V is the velocity vector. It is measured in meter per second, and B is the magnetic field vector. It is measured in Tesla. According to Newton's second law, we know that the force can be written as the product of mass and acceleration of the particle, and acceleration is the time derivative of velocity. Introducing this value of F into equation 1, we obtain equation 2. This equation 1 and equation 2, these two are equations of motion. In order to eliminate the right hand side on equation 2, we take the dot product on both sides of equation 2 with velocity vector v. By definition of cross product, we know that cross product of v with b, that is v cross b, is equal to a vector that is always perpendicular to both velocity vector and the magnetic field vector. And we also know that the dot product of two perpendicular vectors vanishes. Therefore, v cross p dot p is equal to 0, and we are left with as shown in equation 3. Now we consider this term, time derivative of v dot v. The differentiation of v dot v is equal to time derivative of v dot v plus v dot time derivative of v. We have used the product rule of differentiation. We also know that the scalar product, it does not depend on the order of the vectors. Therefore, these two terms, that is time derivative of v dot v plus v dot time derivative of v, both are equal. Therefore, their sum is equal to 2 times time derivative of v dot v. Now, from equation 4, we see that dv over dt, that is time derivative of v dot v, it is equal to half times time derivative of v dot v. Substituting back the value of time derivative of v dot v into equation 3, we obtain equation 6. And what is this v dot v? That is the dot product of velocity with itself, and we know that the dot product of any vector with itself is equal to the square of the magnitude of that vector. Therefore, we obtain v dot v is equal to v square. This v is the speed of motion of the particle. Therefore, equation 6 can be written as m over 2 times time derivative of v square is equal to 0. See, this m and 2, that is m over 2, it is constant. So, we can write down it inside the derivative because it is constant. And what is this term, half mv square? It is kinetic energy of the particle, and we are denoting it with this letter k. It means that the time derivative of k is equal to 0. On integrating equation 10 over time, we obtain k is equal to constant. That is, kinetic energy of the moving particle remains unchanged. It remains constant. It means that, for instance, initially at time is equal to 1 second, the kinetic energy was 2 joule. Then after some time, it may be 10 seconds or 20 seconds or after 1 hour, it will have the same kinetic energy, that is 2 joules. Kinetic energy does not change in this dynamics. And let's see, this delta K is equal to change in kinetic energy. Because the kinetic energy remains constant, therefore this delta K is equal to change in kinetic energy. It is equal to 0. And the work and kinetic energy theorem, it says that when there is no change in kinetic energy of a particle, it means that the work done is 0. So from this conservation of kinetic energy, we also conclude that work done by the magnetic force on a moving charge particle is 0. Magnetic forces do not perform any mechanical work. Therefore, work done is 0. Moreover, this conservation of kinetic energy, that is half mv square is equal to constant, also give us the message that speed of the particle, that is v, it also remains constant. It does not change with time. It is not function of time. So in this dynamics, that is the motion of the charged particle in a constant magnetic field, we see that kinetic energy and the speed of the particle remain constant, and the magnetic force do no work on the charged particle.